Hey folks, what's going on? Welcome to Coach Gav Live, episode 49. I probably shouldn't start the videos as I have to reverse. Nailed it. Alright, episode 49 with me, Coach Gav from Kildare Strength and Fitness. So, the internet is pretty spectacular at times. I mean, without the internet, what I'm doing right now wouldn't be possible. And oftentimes for so many of us, we would be left in the dark without it. And it's mad to think of a time when, you know, we didn't have all the access we currently have to the internet and to everything that's on it. I mean, you know, you don't know how to do something, there's probably a tutorial on YouTube for it. You need information, or you need research, or you need an article to prove a point or to educate yourself. Yeah, go onto Google and it has it all there. And it's spectacular at times. Need to keep in touch with family in different countries. Yeah, internet's awesome too. However, social media can be a bit of a pisser on your progress. And I was talking to a few of the girls this morning, and it's a topic that comes up every so often in the gym, is that, you know, kind of subconsciously and psychologically, when we see, look, everyone wants to be happy, okay? That's not news to any of us, okay? I don't believe anyone wakes up going, I can't wait to be miserable, sad, depressed, upset, annoyed, pissed off today. I find it very hard to think that that's actually the case. So, we all want to be happy, and, you know, we want to leave those clues, we want to follow the clues of success that are left behind from other people. So when we're scrolling through Facebook or Instagram, and in particular, we'll start off and keep this directly related to, say, fitness and nutrition. So we want to improve our health, we want to improve our shape, we want to get bigger, we want to get smaller, we want to get leaner, we want to lose fat, we want to tone up, we want to shape up, we want to do any of those things, any or all of those things. And then we're scrolling through the internet and we're seeing videos or pictures of guys and girls who are achieving what we want to achieve, or they're doing what we want to do, or they're living the life we want to live. And then we look at it and go, wow, that person looks happy, that person looks strong, that person looks sexy, that person looks well off, well, whatever it is, okay? So a person will look a certain way, or it will give the impression that they're living a certain lifestyle that we want to live. So therefore, our brain goes, right, well, if they're living how we want to live, or they're looking how we want to look, we should then go and do what they do to get the same result. That logic, my friends, is complete utter bollocks. Okay? It is complete and utter shit. It's massively flawed, perfectly understandable, massively flawed. Okay? What you're looking to do is, like, I get it. You know, you see someone achieving the goal you want to achieve. So, and it goes all the way back to, like, when we're in school. You see someone who's popular, you see someone who's funny. So therefore, you know, knowingly or unknowingly, you start to copy and mimic what they do. That's nothing new. That's a societal thing at its basic. You know, you start, like, I mean, look at how catchphrases are born, or how they become popular. You know, like the Kardashians. The Kardashians do something. Well, one of them had that thing with her lips where she did something to them, and then all the young ones were doing it again. So Chris or Kylie or whichever, or Kate, one of the younger ones, did this thing with her lips. And I only know this because when I was coaching hockey, a few of the girls did it. That's the only reason I know, okay? I don't watch the show. But they do a certain thing, and then they're like, oh my god, you know, this person who's so popular and so happy and successful, you know, they're doing this, so therefore I need to do it. No, you fucking don't, okay? That's like, you know, and again, it relates back to your training. You need to do what's right for you based on where you are right now and where you're trying to go to, okay? oftentimes, maybe 99 times out of 100, well, you can't, okay, there we go, 99 times out of 100, like, copying people from the internet is an awful idea. Like copying these internet famous people, copying these celebrities or these bloggers or whatever, these people who have a life cycle of a handful of years before they're binned for the next up and coming person, who is younger, better looking, funnier, has a bigger following or whatever. Let me let you in on a secret here, okay? Just because someone has a big following and someone posts pictures and videos, that it gives the impression that they're doing well or that they actually have a fucking clue what they're on about, doesn't mean that they actually are successful or they actually have a clue. There is so many people that are hiding the fact that they're an absolute fucking scam in fitness nowadays. And trust me, I've been called a scam. I'm the furthest fucking thing from a scam. I may not be everyone's cup of tea, but I'm not a fucking scam. Okay, we stand by everything we fucking do. Again, we hide nothing about the fact that we're not for everybody. If anything, we take quite a lot of pride in it. So, like, you don't need to be following. Like, I mean, you don't need to be kind of going, right, well, you know, I'm doing low carb this, or I'm doing fasted cardio that, or I'm doing bullshit smoothie drink this, or whatever. Okay? Oh, but it works for them. Everything fucking works. Every single approach will work if you stick at it long enough. Everything. Will it give you results? Yes. Will it give you results that are healthy? Probably not. Will it give you results that are sustainable in the long run? Most definitely fucking not. Is it like a false economy? Yeah, it is. So it gives you a sense or a hint of progress without any real sustainability. Okay? So if you find that you're constantly comparing your everyday life and your progress in the gym or your approach with nutrition to those that are Instagram famous or Facebook successful, do yourself a favor and stop. Just stop. Comparison is the theft of joy. It will steal your pride in the progress that you've made, and it will just feel like you'll feel great, you'll be training for a while or whatever, and then bang, you go and you see this other person who is doing, oh, it's so easy for them. You don't see everything they're doing. You don't see every single it's like I saw what was it, being successful in life is being pregnant. You know, everyone congratulates you, but no one knows how many times you got fucked. Like, I know it's a pretty crass example, but that's the truth. Like, to build a successful, I was going to say business, but success in anything, success in losing weight. Like, yes, oh my God, you've done so well. Yeah, you have done well, but they've not seen the times you got fucked in terms of, you know, unexpected things that slow down your progress, or something that halts you back, or all those times you're putting in countless days of consistency back to back to back. Like, that's why I prefer the live video rather than doing a blog, because if I was doing a blog or a video blog, I can cut and edit the clips to tell a story how I want it to. If I want to tell a story, or I want to see someone tell me a story, I'll watch fucking Coronation Street. That simple. You know, if I want a story told to me that way, I would do it that way. That's why we do the live videos, because there's no editing here. It is, we start off with a point and then we just go for it, and we see where we end up by the end of the 15 minutes. And it may not always be entertaining, because if you're looking for entertainment, probably go somewhere else, okay? We're aiming for effective advice. We're aiming to give you the tips that I've learned over 10 years of coaching that you're never gonna garner. There's no way you could go and put in 10 years of coaching and come across the experiences I have and all those lessons. Much like I can't go and recreate the life you've had. And that's where everything becomes, well, it depends. What should I do? Well, it depends. It depends on what you have done. It depends on what you're willing to do. It depends on what you have to do. It depends on where you're trying to get to. And that's why everything is such an individualistic process. Sure, there's an awful lot of similarity. There's an awful lot of overlap. Like, there's only so many exercises out there. There's only so many, like, nutritional approaches. Like, it's only a matter of time before it works for you. And in episode 50, we're going to talk about nutrition fairly in depth, okay? So, like, just because, like, I can't stop you, can't stop anyone, and it happens to me too. I go on, I'm scrolling through Instagram, I'm seeing other people, and they're talking about this holiday they're going on, and this, opening their second facility, and all this kind of stuff. And I'm just like, shit, I'm still struggling here. And the moment you start comparing what you have and what you've done, that's when you're starting to lose. Isn't autumn just one of the most kick-ass times of the year? Just driving through the school here and you see all the leaves are blowing. It's fucking sick. Completely off point there, but like, so you can't, and I get it. It happens when we get an influx of new members. So the new members come in and they're training alongside our current members or our older members, and they're like, oh my god, I can't believe you're doing this. And it's great to hear. Our older members are just saying, hey, look, you'll get here, you'll get to this point. And then 4 months, 6 months, 8 months down the line, when we get new members in, they will look at our current batch of new members and be like, oh my god, I can't, I want to be where you are. And it just takes time. And that's fine. I'm not saying don't compare yourself, because look, that's a little unrealistic, okay? What I am saying though is that be smart about it, okay? Do so with the caveat, or with the understanding that your main comparison needs to be with the work you put in compared to the work you were supposed to put in, and the person you are today compared to the person you were with yesterday. They are the main two comparisons you need to be doing with. And fuck everyone else. Because it doesn't matter. It does not matter. This is I come from a family of 7. We have a big family. There's a lot of very successful people in my family. And it is quite tough to not compare yourself. It's a natural reaction to do. But the thing is, like if I compared, like we've got what, a couple of hundred likes. I think we've like 1,300 likes on the Facebook page and maybe just shy of 1,000 on the Instagram page. If I based my level of success on that, well, how many likes do I have? And how many likes does everyone else have? Like, I know for a fact that there are absolute scam artists out there with like 70, 80, 90, 100,000 followers on Instagram, all because they look really well and they've not produced a single fucking result of any actual value. And now this isn't, I'm going to try not let this turn into a fucking rant about, because look, again, without kind of proof, it's just going to come across like I'm a bitter old man, okay? And ultimately, I don't give a fuck. Look, unfortunately, people are going to fall for it. There's, 4.5 million people in Ireland. I'm not going to appeal to all 4.5 million of them. If I can appeal to like 100 to 200 people over the lifetime of the balance of my career, I'll be doing more than fucking happy, okay? And like, so that's it. But just because they have 90,000 people doesn't mean they're better or like more successful than I am. So I compare my progress with how I was yesterday, how the gym is doing now compared to how it was doing last month and the month before and the month before and the previous, and every month for the last 3 years, okay? And so, and when I compare what's going on with what went on, I can see the progress. And that's what's going to happen for you too. When you compare what you're doing now and how you're living now with what went on before, how you were living before, you will see the progress. We as humans will probably never be fully happy. We'll always want a little more, want to go a little further. And that's fine. That's not the end of the world. Wanting to do better, wanting to have more, wanting to enjoy life more, that's all. That's perfectly fine. Jesus, maybe more of us maybe should pursue our lives in that fashion. But, you know, don't beat yourself up because you're not where you want to be just yet. Like this, and that's why coaching is so important, and having the right motivation and the right focus and the right structure is so important, because you're able to look at the bigger picture. It's having that day-to-day focus on what you need to do every single day, and being able to step back every so often, look at the bigger picture and go, okay, we're on track here, we're working. And that's kind of what I'm doing this week. So this is my middle week in between 12-week blocks. I'm looking at how the gym is now compared to how the gym was 12 weeks ago. Where do I want to be? Where do I want it to be 12 weeks from now? Where do I want it to be a year from now? And all those different areas working back. And it's tough. And this is something that, you know, this whole comparison thing is something that kind of ever since becoming a father, I'm like, okay, how am I going to help my daughter not get caught up in all this bullshit? And it's very hard because, again, like I said at the start of the video, we see what others have and we see them being happy and we want to be happy. So we therefore then make the very short, somewhat logical, but flawed thought that, okay, I then need to go and do what they're doing. Lisa Marie, what's going on? I hope you're working through that book nice and easy. And actually, guys, yeah, so Lisa Marie there is from Tennessee, and she started listening to the podcast and then started following us on Facebook and has been in touch with me a good bit and has just taken action. So she's even copying some of my steps. Like, so in particular, like we're talking about like 12-week planning. So I know we're talking about why you shouldn't follow people on the internet, but here's an example of why you should. Because Lisa Marie's got the book, sent me over a picture of her actually putting the plan into action. And most likely that will yield a result, because Lisa Marie is basically a type of my target market. She is the type of person I as a coach am trying to help. I'm not going to get people coming to me to get ready for a bodybuilding competition or any bullshit like that. Everyday people looking to improve their lives as they're going on. So that's why you should follow someone on the internet. And then by the same token, you should also not follow people if they're not right for you. So if you see someone and they're giving the impression that, oh, hey, this magic tea or this protein powder or this whatever has helped me get this far or get this shape in life, it's marketing, it's advertising. They're trying to lure you in to buy the fucking thing. So I suppose to finish up, well, Gav, how do I bulletproof myself from, you know, making mistakes on the internet? When you go and just do your research first. Have a look. See what they're posting about. Are they constantly posting fucking discount codes and all this kind of stuff? Like, I've no affiliation to anyone. Under Armour, if you're listening, I will happily start off an affiliation with you guys, okay? But all joking aside, I've no affiliation to like a watch company, a clothing company, a protein company, or any kind of crack then as well. All the advice is free. If you want to come and train me, that's where you're going to start paying up then as well. Conversations are free. Look at what we're posting. Look at what the person is posting. Is it constantly like tits and ass shots? Is it constantly pouting, naked flexing, all this kind of shit? Okay? Or are they actually giving you like Stan, Busy Guy Fitness over on Instagram? Stan is, I suppose, a pal. He's an acquaintance of mine from Boston. And his content is just out the door. Cody Boom Boom McBroom over in Seattle in Vigor Ground. His Instagram, just content, usable content, actual advice. Maddie Nagel, old pal of mine over in the academy, Philly in the academy, the guys in the academy in general, Paddy and the guys in industrial. There's so many people out there. So just look and see what they're constantly posting. And if they're going for just endless fucking like body shots of here's me training, here's progress picture now, blah, blah, blah. Now look, if that's what you want to go and follow, go for it. I'm gonna probably guess that if you're on my page, watching my videos, following my stuff, that's not your primary concern. Because, you know, we've a fairly good way of weeding out people that are into that shit, okay? So that is pretty much it. Tomorrow we're talking nutrition. Will we do it tomorrow? We won't do it tomorrow. Episode 50 is when we're talking nutrition, okay? So that's one to tune in for, all right? Also, the Facebook competition for 3 months free membership worth €450. The post is on the page. comment me, just me, and then then the draw is on Sunday of this week, unless you're watching on YouTube and the draw's probably happened already. Alright folks, thanks for your time. I know there was a bit of a ramble there as well, but look, sometimes you just need to keep things very honest and very actual, realistically based, as opposed to this reality that people paint on the internet, because unfortunately nowadays reality could not be any further from real. Take it easy folks, God bless, I'll talk to you tomorrow.